everyone. Welcome to SST College of Arts and Commerce. I am Assistant Professor Kashish Chandani. Welcomes you all in SST Edupedia. Today we are going to see methods of communication from the subject business communication. So as you all can see on my screen, there are two ways of communication. First one is verbal, second one is non-verbal. What is the meaning of verbal? Verbal means it can be either oral or written way of communication. Non-verbal means we have to use action, gestures, facial expressions to communicate with each other. So verbal communication is the form of communication. It is the expression or exchange of information or the messages through written or oral words. So verbal communication can be again classified as oral and written. In oral we have speaking and listening. Written we have writing and reading. The forms of non-verbal communication are facial expression, gestures, body language, proximity, touch, personal appearance, silence. So today we are going to study about oral communication, its advantages, disadvantages and its various types. So what is oral communication? Oral communication is the process of expressing information or ideas by words of mouth. जो हम ओरली बात करते हैं, ओरल कम्युनिकेशन करना, बातचीत कैसे करना है? ओरली बाय हेल्प ऑफ आवर माउथ. We learn more about the types and benefits of oral communication and we find out how we can improve our oral communication skills and abilities. Every coin has two sides. Similarly, oral communication has its advantages as well as disadvantages. First, let us see the advantages. So in oral communication, there is higher level of understanding and there is transparency in the oral communication. As it is interpersonal. फेस टू फेस कम्युनिकेशन होता है, ट्रांसपेरेंसी रहती है, जो लिसनर्स हैं उनको इजीली समझ में आता है एंड देयर इज नो एलिमेंट ऑफ रिजिडिटी इन ओरल कम्युनिकेशन. Flexibility is there and we can do changes in our decisions which are previously taken. The feedback is spontaneous. This is a very good thing about oral communication. We get feedback immediately. If I am speaking, if I am teaching in a class, I get feedback from the students by their response, by nodding of their heads, by the thumbs up. So this gives me a boost up that students are understanding. Oral communication में एक बहुत अच्छा फायदा है, तुरंत feedback मिलता है. So decisions can be made very quickly without any delay. Oral communication is not only time saving, but it also saves money and efforts. How does it save money? Very simple. Oral communication में हम orally message देते हैं, communicate करते हैं. There is no paperwork. तो money is saved, efforts are saved. I need not type anything. मुझे type नहीं करना पड़ेगा, print out नहीं लेना पड़ेगा. Orally, verbally announce कर दिया. So it is time saving and also money and effort saving. Oral communication is best in case of problem resolution. The conflicts, disputes and many issues, differences can be put to an end by talking over them. कुछ भी discussion, कुछ भी झगड़ा है, conflict है, disputes है, तुरंत solve हो सकते हैं बात करके, directly communication करके. Oral communication is an essential for teamwork and group energy. As it is rightly said that teamwork is dream work. Oral communication से क्या होता है? If we are working in a group, we are communicating with each other efficiently, so definitely our teamwork will result in our dream work. It promotes a receptive and encouraging morale among organizational employees. Employees का morale बढ़ता है, confident level बढ़ता है oral communication से. एक दूसरे से बात करते हैं, they communicate, they talk, they discuss and they find out the solution. Oral communication can be best used to transfer private and confidential information matter. If I want to talk to anyone very confidential, I can take them inside, and face-to-face communication can be done. This way I can convey my confidential matter to the person. Now, what are the disadvantages of oral communication? First, relying on oral communication may not be sufficient as business communication is formal and very organized. Yes, similarly, if I am communicating something very important message and if employees are forgetting, so what will happen? It will be a flop scene because it was a very important message with regards to company, and I have already conveyed them orally that tomorrow there is a supervision in our company and employees ने सुना ही नहीं. So what will happen because of this? And employees were unaware of the next day that there is supervision in our company. So in this case we have to be highly alert. It is less authentic than written communication as they are informal and not as organized as written communication. Authenticity नहीं रहती है. There is no authentic in oral communication because informally हो जाता है. If I am telling anything orally, if I am communicating verbally, what will happen कि उसका इतना importance नहीं रहता है rather जो written form में आता है. If anything is coming in the written form, it carries great weightage and great importance. Oral communication is time saving as far as daily interactions are concerned, but in case of meetings, long speeches consume lot of time and are unproductive at times. Daily interaction के लिए oral communication is very good, it is time saving, but in case of meetings, in case of long speech, I cannot communicate orally because it takes lots of time and sometimes it is unproductive. The listeners may feel very boredom and it may happen that important messages are not delivered to them. They are not easy to maintain and they are unsteady. It is not easy to maintain the oral communication because once we are communicating, it may happen that the listener are not actually actively present. What needs to be communicated may not reach to the listener efficiently. Misunderstanding भी हो जाता है oral communication में, and also it requires attentiveness and great receptivity on the part of the receivers or audience. This is a very important point that it requires attentiveness. अगर listeners, audience are not attentive, then there is no use of oral communication. Oral communication such as speeches is not frequently used as legal record except in investigation work. Speech and all cannot be recorded as a legal proof, as a record, as a permanent record. So in this case, oral communication doesn't work. Now we are going to see the types of oral communication. The first one is face-to-face. Second is video conferencing. Third is telephone. Next, active-passive communication. Next, we have interviews, group discussion, presentations and grapevine. One by one we are going to see what it is. Face-to-face communication. Face-to-face interaction is a concept in sociology, linguistic, media and communication studies describing social interaction carried out without any mediating technology. No technology is required in face-to-face communication. We go to college, we have face-to-face interaction with our professors. We go to doctor, face-to-face, we communicate and tell our problems. This is face-to-face communication. Next is video conferencing. Video conferencing is a conduct of the video conference. It is also known as video teleconference by a set of telecommunication technologies which allow two or more locations to communicate by simultaneous two-way video and audio transmissions. Video as well as audio. We have Google Meet. We have Zoom calling. So many people together can connect there in Zoom, in Google Meet, and we can communicate with each other. I can give you the best example during the lockdown. During the lockdown, COVID-19 was there. There was a scenario which stopped us from coming to schools and colleges. So what we did, through Google Meet, through Zoom app, the education was never stopped. We taught you with the help of the Google Meet, with the help of the Zoom, and this way our video was visible to you. You were in a position to hear us very properly. So video conferencing helps us to communicate very efficiently. Education was given, teaching was done with the help of the video conferencing. Telephone. Communication also be done with the help of the telephone. We have mobile phone, we have dialer phone. Active and passive communication. In most English sentences with an action verb, the subject performs the action denoted by the verb. These examples show that the subject is doing the verb's action. Because the subject does or acts upon the verb in such sentences, the sentences are said to be in the active voice. We communicate actively or passively. This we know, active and passive voice. So the subject, the person who is doing the action, is active voice, and if we are talking of the past, that is passive voice. Interviews. So the person who asks the questions to us is called an interviewer, and the person who gives the interview is interviewee. So it suggests a meeting between two persons for the purpose of getting a view of each other or for knowing each other. When we normally think of an interview, we think of a setting in which an employer tries to size up an application for a job. If you are going for a job in nearby future, so you have to give the interview. In interview, in front of you, many people will be there, many interviewer will be there, a panel of people or a group of people, or there may happen कि सिर्फ एक ही इंसान रहेगा आपके सामने जो आपका इंटरव्यू रहेगा, फेस टू फेस कम्युनिकेशन करेगा. So interview is a scene where we are finding a job, we have to give the interview. What is the reason, what is the purpose of giving the interview? To know yourself, your personal data, your professional data, your academics very efficiently. Group discussion. Two or more persons join together and they discuss about a particular thing or making decisions or identifying skill. So nowadays we use group discussion extensively along with the personal interviews for the final selection of the candidates. It play a main role in selecting the best among the best. Group discussion. In colleges also, group discussions are given for one topic. So 5 to 6 people will be there in a group. They will communicate with each other and come up with a good idea. So in interview also, group interviews may be there. Many people will be sitting and asking you the questions. They may ask the same question to check whether you giving the answers same, accurate, or your answers are being changed. There may be people who may ask you different questions, depends on the questions. Presentation. A presentation is a process of presenting a topic to an audience. It is typically a demonstration, lecture, or a speech which means to inform, persuade, or build goodwill. This term can also be used for a formal or ritualized introduction or offering with a presentation of a debut. Presentation very simple. PPT के through आपको presentation के through पढ़ाया जाता है. Their pictures are there, their videos are being shown to you so that it is understood very easily. So communication can be done with the help of presentation also. Next is grapevine. We have already discussed this grapevine. To hear something through the grapevine is to learn of something informally and unofficially by means of gossip or rumor. So grapevine again means passing on the information through rumors or through gossiping. So the usual implication is that the information was passed person to person by the word of mouth, perhaps in a confidential manner among friends or colleagues. It can also imply an overhead conversation or anonymous sources of information. For instance, I heard through the grapevine that Brad was getting fired. Example, कि ये इंसान को निकाला जा रहा है कंपनी से, मुझे ऐसे पता चला है. These are all actually gossiping and rumors. So I hope you all understood what are the different types of oral communication. Next video we are going to discuss about written communication. Thank you.